Hello everyone. Today we are at eLearning Fusion conference in Warsaw, and I'm honored to be speaking with Donald H. Taylor, the chair of learning technologies, and one of the main men in the e-learning industry. And you've been the speaker and evangelist for quite several years now, aren't you?
I have, yes. A lot of years. Let's not worry how many years for the moment.
But we'll be talking about the most contemporary stuff. So,
of
because
course.
you are one of your projects, long-term projects, is the survey that you carry out every year to see which trends are the most important for the next year in the whole area of modern learning. What are these trends this year?
I give people a choice of 15 options. They choose 1, 2 or 3 from them. 2,000 people from around the world said that the top 3 options this year were personalization, artificial intelligence and learning analytics. It's the first time in 6 years of running the survey that we've had all 3 options so closely aligned. In this case, what supports them all is data.
Okay, so the learning analytics and all of them are combined, joined by data. So we need to learn how to analyze data, don't we?
No, we need to find people who can analyze data.
Okay.
Now that might be somebody on the team, but the key thing is being able to ask the right questions. If we can ask the right questions and get somebody else to do the work and interpret the data, that's probably a smarter way, because it's a specialist role.
Okay. We are all in business of engaging people in learning, in development, and that's not an easy task.
No.
Our take at Westhill is that gamification is one way that could engage people, and we really actually have some successes in this area. Tell me why you didn't mention gamification at the top of 3 trends.
So, gamification was on the list. I actually took it off the list this year because it was going down, and the reason why gamification has proved less popular, remember the question is, what's hot? The issue is people understand it's important, but they can't quite work out how to do it. And they've been sold something very simple, which is put a leaderboard on something, that's gamification. Well, it's not, it's more complicated than that. When they then find out how complicated it is, it gets bogged down, difficult to do. This year, curation has suffered the same way. We know curation is terribly important, but it's dropped down the table this year. Same reason. It's important, but very complicated, and people will answer that question, what's hot, with something they're excited about and which they think is possible. So mobile, video, things like virtual reality, those are popular on the list.
So interestingly enough, we are in agreement. I also think that gamification is a complex issue, complex matter. We call it a beast, that it's not easy to tame. I mean, it's really, you need to know what you're doing with this beast to get results.
And there are some companies which have done great work with gamification and have really produced results in learning.
I've heard.
Yes.
Do you have a competition to sort of see who is doing good job?
At Learning Technologies, we do have a competition every year. And sometimes we award great gold prizes to the top companies, that's right.
Okay, we are messing a little bit with you because I really wanted to shine with Donald here, because he is the chair of Learning Technologies Awards, and well, ta-da!
I am delighted that these guys won the official title is the Gold Winner 2018 Westhill Consulting for Intercars. And it's not easy to get one of these awards.
Oh, you can buy them off the street, can't you?
Cannot. It is a lot of work. Now, because I have lots of interests, I don't get involved in the judging, but I see the results of the judging, and I know how complex it is. So I have to say, big congratulations, Alec. Well done to Westhill on doing it. I'm going to hand it over to you. There you go.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Well, back to the merits for our viewers. So some of them are really passionate about contemporary learning, all this stuff that we talked about, but they need some money from the company so they can do their projects. So imagine we are 2 HR professionals in a big corporation. How do we go to the board, and what do we tell the board to convince them in investing a more modern approach to learning rather than old school?
I always say, when you go into a meeting to sell an idea, don't have any surprises.
Okay.
So the people in that room, you need already to have contacted them and been in touch with them, either directly or indirectly, and they need to know what you're going to say at least in general, and you need to know what their issues are. If we're knocking on the door and saying, I want to buy this system, give me a check, and you haven't covered their objections beforehand, you're going to hit quicksand. You're going to slow down very quickly.
Yeah.
But if you know what the objections are and you can meet them and greet them, and if you can then say, and by the way, we've done the analysis, and here is how this investment is not aligns with, but it's driven by the need of the business, then you're having a conversation when people can sign off.
Okay, that's helpful, hopefully.
And all what I'm saying is there's no silver bullet, but it all
No.
comes down to communication. Be in touch with these people. Be in touch with them and understand what makes them tick.
I just wanted to come back a little bit to gamification because that's
Sure, that's
our
what you do.
passion. And so I think as Gartner every year presents their curve of trends, and yes, it's beyond the hot,
Yes.
and in a little bit of valley of despair as they call it, and maturing, right?
Yes.
As it has been with coaching 15 years ago, it's been the hot trend, and then everyone said, well, you cannot solve everything with coaching.
But coaching is totally, you're right, coming back up.
Yes, exactly. That's how these trends work, don't they? Yeah. So, but these hot trends are artificial intelligence and data analysis. So that's good news because actually we are investing in that.
Good.
We want to personalize the delivery of the materials. So
Right.
it's all combined: the content curation with artificial intelligence. So hopefully it works. And next year we'll meet again in London.
We'll meet again in London, and I tell you what, these awards are difficult to win, but when you win one, either you're a providing company or you're within an organisation. What it says to the rest of the world is, actually, you know, we've been telling you we're really good, guess what? The rest of the world accepts it, we are really good. So well done again.
Well, thank you very much again.
Okay, great to see you, Eric.